Good afternoon, everybody. Now, I would like to share you about my own creation. It is literature creation, and I wrote it when I was still in the high school. It is a short story about romance or when I was falling in love when I was in the high school at the time. It was more than 10 years ago. I wrote it, and the title is A Time for Us or A Good Time for Us. When I was still in the high school, and it was the name was SMU satu mouse or SMU one mouse at the time. And it is it's been vocalized before. It's been made an audition before when I was in the high school. Alright, A Good Time for Us. It is a short story about a romance between James and Corin. A good time for us means the moment you were waiting for holding a nice love. The casting or the figures: James Hetfield, 17 years old, 5.50 feet high, 150 pounds weight, and blonde haired, was like something like that. And Corin Pangle, 18 years old, 5 5 120 feet high, 130 pounds weight, and red haired. Wow. And the third, Richard Helmet, 18 years old, 5.40 feet high, 170 pounds weight, and brown haired. Frederick Jason, 17 years old, 5.40 feet high, 150 pounds weight, and red haired as well. And fifth, Simon Hart, 16 years old, 5.20 feet high, 160 pounds weight, and red haired as well. Alright, B, the characters. The characters. Charles was a handsome boy. Whoa. He was kind and quiet. He was like taciturn, the word maybe. He was very respectful and on humanity, but otherwise something he hated most was terrorism. Wow. Second, Corinne was a very beautiful girl. She was modest and always acted as a diffident girl. She was religious. Alright. Richard was a fat boy. We can call him a puff, big, ugly, fat fellow. But he was a bourgeois but a bad boy. Frederick was a religious boy, but since he was Frederick was a religious boy, but since he was a hypocritical boy only, he was calm but cynical. He even broke and hurt James. It was like the fifth. Simon was a good boy, like James. He was respectful on human rights. He was religious and better than Frederick. Relations among figures. The first, James fell in love with Corinne, but he always hid his love to her. Someday James opens and Corinne the letters and some creations. Second, Corinne loved James too, but she was very shy and others friends if they knew. They never encouraged to show her feeling the James. The third, actually Richard hated James. Maybe it was because James was an arson or an orphan. Wow. Frederick and James were cousins and close friends too, but someday Frederick tried to rival James to get Corinne's love. Oh. Simon was James' close friend and cousin too. Simon always helped James and always stood up to James. Happy joining the story and happy listening. That was clever, I think. A good time for us. Manchester State Senior High School, one in 2003. I wrote it in 2003. Alright. It was the most lovely day for James. The sun shone clearly. The winds blew hard and the sky was pale clear blue. It was on Saturday, mid-June 2003 at 2:30 p.m. There were a lot of beautiful birds singing softly. James was being so happy because he had just finished his big masterpiece, a novel written in German. Yeah, it was me at the time when in the mid of 2003 I finished writing a novel in English, and it was about a German boy as well. Okay, after the class is dismissed, after class finished, James walked to the canteen to have lunch. He would join the computer course. Right? He sat alone in the canteen. When he was having lunch, he saw a very beautiful girl. Alright. Sitting next to him. She was very feminine and lovely. James always glanced at her, and so did she. Just glancing. James thought that she was the only girl that he had been looking for. James came closer and asked something while feeling shy. While feeling shy like this. Excuse me, girl. Excuse me, lady. Like that. Do you like German? The guy said, excuse me, James read. I asked you whether you like German. The girl nodded. Yes, but what's the matter with me? James smiled. Nothing. But I'm learning this language, and if you like to learn it, we could cooperate to master this language. The girl smiled. I'm learning that language too. You know, I want to live in Germany, James said. So, you must have the big motivation, right? A minute later, they were silent for a while because the TV was informing a crime news that was about the man raping a young girl. Karen shut her eyes with her palms, maybe just to play possum, just pretending. Chelsea dreamt and imagined while saying in his heart, "Oh, this love, if this girl loved me, I would do such a thing. Oh no, it's impossible. She'd never love me. I'm just an artist and an orphan." The girl asked, "What are you thinking of, boy? You've been musing that way." James answered, "Oh, nothing. The way, by the way, could I know your name, please? Would you tell me now?" The girl answered, "Just call me Karen." James asked, "And what's your full name?" The girl answered, "Karen Bangle." "But what's about yours?" James answered. "I'm James. It feels very nice to meet you." They did it while shaking hands. James asked, "Could I see you again tomorrow, girl?" The girl smiled. "I hope so, but what's up?" James answered. "I would lend you my German novel. What do you think?" Karen smiled. It's a good idea." A minute later, James stood up and said, "It's time for joining the computer course. See you again tomorrow." James came out while imagining if only Karen had loved him too, it would give her everything. Actually, Karen herself was Isvanti, the real name when I was in the second grade of the high school, and Karen herself was in the third grade, and so maybe she was older than me. Right. The very day James began often writing letters to Karen. James knew that about 3 months later, Karen would finish the high school. The wolf James gave her a message that he wanted to make friends with her eternally. James gave her a message that he wanted to make friends with her eternally. Alright. James didn't want Karen to forget him. He began often giving his creations, pictures and pictures. The verse later explained that James wanted to swap each other their photos. About 2 weeks later, Karen gave James her photo, and not too long time later, James did the same thing too. One day, James gave her the third letter. He did it well, accidentally, so Karen got home alone. He did it stealthily. James shouted to her while waving. Karen, wait, I have something special to give you. Here it is. Read home, please. Karen asked. But for what, James? What, James? James answered. It's happening to remember me. Karen responded. Thank you, but I don't want to see you in trouble anymore. Almost every week, James gave her letter for the letters were always tell Professor Karen's close friend, Richard. Actually, Richard hated James. Maybe because Richard liked Karen too. Maybe Richard often persuaded Karen in order that the Karen refused James' love. At all, James used to chat with Simon, his best friend. James talked about Karen. Once, One day, James was showing Simon about Karen's photo. James said it. Simon came here like this. Do you know her? Simon answered. No, but how did you get it? James answered. She gave it to me yesterday. What do you think? She's a very beautiful girl, isn't she? Simon answered. Yes, but what's her name? James answered. Karen. She comes from South Mountain, sir, but she will go to University of Newcastle. Simon asked, "Will you be very happy? Will you be very happy if she loved you too?" James answered, "Of course, because she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I can't forget her. Deep inside, I have supposed it too." Actually, I was in SMU1 Mars, and I fell in love to Isvanti, and she was living in Adipala, and and she wait and she would continue. I heard in news that she would continue to the university, or some college in Purwokerto, and she took about medical subject. Someone ridiculed. How so, James? Anyway, you are like a boy, James. She must love you too. Alright. One day, James met Richard in the canteen. James told him that he wanted to see Karen. Richard was one class with Karen. James asked, Richard, can you help me? I want to meet Karen. I'm gonna tell her something. Richard answered, okay, I'll take you there, but don't be shy in front of her friends there. James answered, don't worry, I'll do my best for her. About an hour later, they came there to meet her. James came to Karen and stood beside her. He was very shy and said, Karen, when will you allow me to visit your home? Karen answered, I don't know, just be waiting. Just wait. Tomorrow you can see me again here. Didn't say it like that, just want to say it like that, think at the time. Later, James walked back to his classroom. Nobody knew that James was falling in love with Karen. When James was longing and yearning to Karen, in the night he couldn't sleep easily. He had insomnia. He lost his appetite. He often daydreamed. One day, James was being cheated by his teacher. James had been daydreaming so that when the teacher asked him something, he didn't know anything. Moreover, James had seen Karen sitting together with Richard for several times. James often saw Karen walking together, looking at each other, jiggling at each other, pinching at each other with Richard. All these things made James jealous. because James had never done such thing with Karen. Yes, Karen's close friend was fat boy, and I mean, this close friend was a fat boy. His body was big and Karen and I mean Iswanti and her Karen's close friend was Ronnie the name I think yes and Karen and I mean Iswanti and Ronnie always been together were always been together to sometimes make just play funny thing like pinching each other, tickling each other. So it made me jealous at the time because of course I wanted to do that as well. James almost cried at home. James wanted to suicide before doing it. He wanted to kill Richard first. Oh my gosh, I was very furious. It was true that Richard deliberately always tried to hurt James. Of course, it would be very dangerous at the time. I gave the letter to Richard to send to Swanti, whereas Ronnie. It was Ronnie himself like Swanti. So I did the wrong thing maybe, but I didn't know. Right, Libya? Several days later, James wrote a letter. He wrote the same statements as below. He wrote the statement as below. He didn't want Karen to make him jealous anymore. Wow. I mean, yeah, he didn't want. I made a statement that I did not want to. I didn't. I want Iswanti didn't make me jealous anymore. Wow. Alright. He didn't want to see Kurt getting in with the other boy. Oh my gosh, too close with James himself. So yes, I wrote the letters, I wrote the statements that I didn't want to see Iswanti being close to other boyfriend or the friends of boy too close. So because it was very hurting my heart at the time. Anyway, he didn't want Karen to love the other boy. I told her that I didn't want her to love other boy. James sent a letter through Richard. I do it through Richard, through Ronnie. James didn't know that the letter was read by Richard and Karen together. Oh, I see. The letters were read to, together by Ronnie and Iswanti themselves. My gosh. James didn't know that the letter was read by Richard and Karen together. And then Richard and Karen wrote the letter as a reply together too. Right. About 2 days later, James received the reply. It was read by Richard himself. In letter, he wrote a statement as below. Right. James, please never hope that I will love you, and you are not allowed to expect anything from me anymore. You have to realize who you really are, and who I really am. It's impossible I love you. You are just an urban and something worse. You are just an ugly boy. So actually, the reality was not as terrible as this, but the point is that it's when they wrote a statement to me that she didn't want me to love her or to give to expect too many things or too much thing. So maybe Iswandi was conceited as well. Iswandi was snobbish, was too proud to herself, too proud to herself that maybe because I was ugly and I was, yeah, I don't have the motorbike. Actually, Karen had just been affected by Richard to write a statement. Yeah, I know those statements were really, really breaking my heart at the time. And maybe actually I believe that Aswandi herself loves me, but she hid her, she hid her feeling to me because she was shy to her friend. Iswandi herself was shy to her close friend. James was reading that letter. James began dropping to tears. He wanted to suicide. About 4 hours later, James got in an accident and he was hospitalized for about a week, but he didn't want Karen to know that incident. Actually, James had been living in a misery and suffering since his birth. Of course, it's a great actually of my life. When I remember, I read the letters in toilet because before I opened the letter, I thought that it was a good news. I I believed at the time that Iswandi would comply what I wanted, but the reality was really breaking my heart. I read the letters and was really breaking the heart of mine. And after I finished reading the letters of Iswandi, and then I tore the papers and tore over and over, and then after I tore it, I put it in the toilet and directly I poured the water and exiled it away. I was crying, and after that I went to some town and also one. It was Purwokerto, and there I was almost collided by a big bus, and fortunately I was safe, and we're just fine. And but after that, psychologically, I was very ill until 1 week, and I could not concentrate to attend the class, and I always muse, and I always daydream in a classroom, and sometimes I was chided by the teachers. What about a week later, Karin met James in her classroom? Alright. Still till Karin whispered James that she loved him too. What good news. She wanted James to keep his love. Actually, Karin had just unveiled her feeling. She had been retraining her feelings to James. Spontaneously, James turned happy. Karin shared James about her feeling melancholically, so that James was touched too, and he believed her so much. But that day was the last day Karin could see James, though Karin would move to Newcastle about 1 month later. His mother herself told me that he would continue to the college in Purwokerto at the time. Maybe it was about 40 until 50 kilometers from that town. 1 month later, Karin had come to the university in Newcastle. Karin often sent James the letters like James did. At home, James often showed Friedrich, his close friend, about Karin's photo. Someday Friedrich invited James to visit Karin. Since then, Friedrich had just known where Karin's home was. Therefore, Friedrich had just known her beauty. Because of it, stealthily Friedrich often visited Karin alone without the permission to James. Stealthily Friedrich wanted to rival James to get Karin's love. Riddick didn't care and not respect Jones, who had been his best friend since still kids. Oh yes, I remember. And about Frederick actually, in the real life, in the real world, that it was Muklis Hartoyo. Yeah, he was my cousin and my close friend as well since we were still kids. And yeah, I didn't know because maybe Muklis himself wanted to be close to Iswandi because Iswandi was very beautiful, and still the Muklis himself tried to visit Karanjong alone without my permission too, because maybe yeah, of course. Nucleus in envied was and yeah, he invite envied invite to me, uh, invite to because uh, he had a motorbike but I didn't, but I have a lovely girl and he didn't, so of course he wanted to show to the people, maybe to the family, that he could get the, he could he wanted to show me that actually Corin would be better making love with Muklis, not with me, because I was poor, I didn't have the motorbike, something like that maybe. But what a friend like that, what a bad friend like that. And without my permission, I remember the Muklis meditating with her to the and they were going to the mountains together. Oh my gosh! Alright, continue. Once day, Frederick asked James to visit Karen's home. It was the third time Frederick wanted to do such a thing. At the time, James had just received a bad letter from Karen. James didn't know that the bad letter was written and faked by Frederick after visiting her. Since then, James had never known that Frederick wanted to raffle James to get Karen's love. Frederick asked, "What about going Karen's home?" "No, James. You want to see her, don't you?" James answered, "But she said she's been unable to love me anymore." "I don't want to hurt her too. She forbids me coming there," Frederick asked. "So will I come there alone?" "Oh, I'm sorry." So it was because I was broken hearted, so I didn't want to come there. So I didn't believe actually there at the time that Muklis wanted to visit her seriously, because I thought it was just kidding at the time. James nodded. "That's okay," Frederick said. "Okay, I'll just come now." Oh my gosh. The distance of Corn home was about 12 miles, and Frederick could go there easily because he was rich, but otherwise James could not visit Corn easily because he was poor. Yeah, because of motorbike. About 2 hours later, Frederick had arrived in Corin's home. Frederick said, "How's life, Corin?" Corin answered, "Fine, thanks. But why doesn't James join you coming here to visit us?" Frederick said, "Don't think of him anymore. You know he's got a new sweetie himself. He's really forgotten you at all." Actually, Frederick was only lying to her. Actually, Frederick was only lying to her to make her hate James. Actually, Karen's loved James so much, but she still refrained her feeling and hid her love because her father hated James so much. Oh, I see. So, in Iswandi's father was what is called, or he didn't like me. I didn't know, and maybe because when I met him, mm, Iswandi's father kept silent But I remember that Iswanda's mother was good. Iswanda's mom was good to me and very polite and yeah, treated me well. Alright. And it was also because Karan was still just shy at her friends to have a poor boyfriend like James. Yeah, maybe so. But then Friedrich asked Karan, what will you do if James really loving you for a whole lifetime? Karan answered, I'll refuse him. Actually, I'm not happy receiving all his creations, letters, and so on, but I just felt pity on him. If I refuse him immediately doing that, he must go. Moreover, my father hates him, but I think my mother will treat you better because you always help me. You lent me a lot of nursing books. I'm so happy with it. I want to be a great nurse in Germany. Something like that. Actually, like this. Mm, Muklis himself tried asked Corinne, and Corinne was Iswandi was shy. Iswandi was shy that that uh, if 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 she must be honest, but she lay to Muklis because yeah, because of being shy or embarrassed, and then Iswandi said those words that she didn't like me, she didn't want to live with me. She was just feeling a pity to me because if she told some words said like that, and if she refused to me directly, maybe I would go. I would I would be so sad, of course. And so it means that by the compelled heart is when you receive all my letters or creation. So maybe the words were like that, but I don't know the reality. But I heard those words from Moklis himself at the time, and Moklis told me about what meeting has done. Actually, Corinne was just kidding, saying all those statements. Riddick was very happy to hear her statements. Yeah, alright. Alright. The following day, Riddick met James and told him and the things what Karen had told. Since since then, James was more disappointed by Karen, but he could not forget or leave Karen easily. Karen was always in James' mind every single day and single night. James didn't know that actually Karen loved James so much. Riddick explained to James that Karen hated James and his everything which had been done to Karen. Karen thought such a statement was just to test James whether James loved her truly or not. You know, something more disappointing for James was a statement from Frederick that Karen even loved Frederick himself. Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe it's when herself just wanted to test me whether I really loved her so much or not. So even though she tried to hurt me, but of course that statement was very hurting because it's been a long time I know her, but it's when they knew Muklis just a short time, just with several days. But how how come it can get the reality that is when they love him like that? And what is the merit? What is the service? What is the proof? What is the causal? What is the reason? Of course, what I mean? What the reason was that Iswan did love Muklis at the time? James didn't know that actually Karen loved him so much. Alright. Riddick explained James that Karen hated James and is everything which has been done to Karen. Karen told such a statement was just to test James whether James loved her truly or not. Something more responding for James was a statement from Riddick that Karen even loved Riddick himself. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, something most hurt me was just that it's when it told Brooklyn that she loved him, not loved him better than me. It was very hurting. Since then, Dom James was feeling a big paranoia and hypochondria. Nobody knew that James' heart was always crying. Since then, James began suspecting that Riddick wanted to hurt James and to make Karen belong to Riddick himself. Yeah, because he wanted to rival me, and I don't know, there was a close friend like that at the time. The point is, be careful to do close friend. Alright. Several days later, James visited Karen by himself. James could not stand anymore for feeling paranoid or hypochondria by Karen. James felt that his self-respect had been downtrodden by Karen. As a boy, he resolved to warn Karen sharply. Yeah, I wanted to warn her sharply. Wait. James knew that Friedrich had ever been dating with Karen for more than 3 times, but Jim himself never. My gosh. It was very hard on James. James had never been with Karen romantically because her father didn't like James, and there were still others reasons about it. One time James arrived at Karen's home and James knocked the door and said, "Hello, excuse me, anybody home?" And hello. Oh, the home was so quiet. Karen's parents were working somewhere far away. Karen was youngest child and she had a lot of dolls as a collection. James waited Karen for coming out, and after so long Karen came out. While her feelings are happy, Karen pleased James to come in. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember that Eswanti had a lot of collection of the dolls. Now because she was the youngest child or the latest child there. But when I visited there, the home was too quiet, and I think I don't know. I was with my friend, but I forget. Is it with Muklis or my other friend? Alright, continue reading. Continue reading first. Alright. Oh, chance. So actually, she was very happy because she thought that everything had been proven that I really loved her. Maybe she supposed she thought that it had been proven that I really loved her because she had hurt me, but I kept loving her. I kept coming to her house, so she thought that yeah, I really love her. Said he did. "Come on in. How are you?" James answered, "Fine, thanks." Karen traded James with Trey. Several minutes later, James told Karen like this: "Karen, I'm coming here to get back everything which has been given to you. You were fed up with them, weren't you?" I mean, you are. I mean, if she was bored or yeah, fed up, or she was for something very hurting, it was very boring or some kind thing of something a poor. I thought that my creation was a poor to her, so I told her like that. Karen was startled and so confused. So, Iswandi was so startled and confused. What are you talking about, James? What's up with you? She was startled and she was confused. So maybe what what Karen what Mukesh told was just a lie until until so the proof that Karen herself was confused. I mean, Iswani herself was confused. And James asked, "You told Predict that you loved him, but hated me, didn't you?" I didn't. I don't think that I told her like that. Maybe, but maybe. Karen answered, "Yes, but I'm sorry, James." Oh yeah, so it means that yeah, of course, it's one to told it, but it was just kidding. But I'm sorry, James. James told. Please give me back my letters, my poetries, and my songs. Give them to me. So I snarled, "Give me back all my creation, my poetries, and all my everything." I like making creation with the perfume, of course. And something funny that beside her house there were many coats. Yeah, her father raised the coats very good. Corin took them while saying, "James, why are you angry with me?" James answered, "How to you? You never love me, don't you?" Corin answered, "Please forgive me, James. I didn't mean to hurt you." James now, "How to you? You hate me, don't you?" Corin answered, "James, listen to me. What am I supposed to do, huh? Please tell me." Yeah, of course, she almost cried at the time. James told, "Up to you. I must confess, I love you so much, but it's over now. You always pass me by. You always hurt my heart. I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand it anymore." Yeah, because of course, I was very angry and I was very broken-hearted to hear the things that what had happened at the time. It was very hurting, of course. And Karen was almost crying and was saying, "Chance, please forgive me. I know I was so wrong, but you have to understand me. Chance, no. Up to you, but no more love for you and no more cry for me." Yeah, I say that time I didn't want to feel the freaking heart anymore. So I took back and I got back the creation of mine, which I have given her, given to her. Karen was silent while musing and wiping her tears with her palm. Later, James wrote a viral letter to say goodbye to Karen. She saw him writing that letter. Karen dropped the tears on the towel in her lap. While reading it, Karen shook her head and she took a book while crying. I took a colleague. The letter was as follows. "Goodbye, Karen. Goodbye, Karen. Sorry, I have been disturbing you. I hope you'll be much happier living without me. Just pretend you never know me. Just pretend everything I've done to you is just only a dream, not reality. Please forgive me. Have enjoyed your life without me." I remember when I met her I tried to I I quite and I took a paper and I wrote those words in a table and a low table, and I wrote it, and directly I gave it to her, and after she read it, and she began she began crying, and she wiped the tears while doing nothing. She just mused and while she cried. After finishing reading that letter, Karen mused and cried while squeezing the paper. That letter, yeah, she squeezed and tore the letters. James asked, "You are okay, aren't you?" Karen kept silent while wiping her tears. Later, she answered, "I'm okay. If you're gonna leave me, come on, get away and never come back to me anymore." I don't think that she told, she said like those words. James stepped out and left Karen. Since then, to all the paranoia and have control like what James had ever caught. Of course, because at the time yeah, I was very broken-hearted, so I have to do that thing, because even though I was just an orphan, I was just an origin, I mean, like to the not, maybe I'm just put up, but I don't want to be downtrodden. I don't want to be hurt in the heart, and I don't. And of course, if anyone say that she didn't love me, I must go. About a week later, James made up his mind that actually Karen was the best girl he had ever known. Yeah, about a week later, I asked my friend to help me to visit her together. He just realized that Karen really loved him too. James had just known that everything what Karen had done to James was only a test to prove his love. At home, James wrote a romantic poems. It was in German and French. It was about an apological and firmness of love. On a long day, James went to Karen's home to deliver his poetry, and also he wanted to know how her life was. James arrived there, and the home was quiet. James waited to knock the door. Suddenly, Karen's father opened the door and said, "Hi, boy. You're Karen's friend, aren't you? Come on in. Karen's in the room. Let me call her out. But you have to, but you have to wait for her first." James responded, "But I want to see Karen just for a while, sir. And I'm sorry if disturbing you, sir." Karen's father told, "It doesn't matter. So happy with you visitors." See, uh, James said, "Thank you, sir. Yeah, I remember at the time I visited with my friend to visit her, and I arrived there. The home was so quiet, and but I met her father first, and actually, mm, Swati didn't want to meet me maybe, but because her father always know her door and call out her name like this. Karen, your friend's coming. Harold wants to see you. He's been waiting. Please see him now." Yeah. Actually, I know that I've been waiting maybe nearly 1 hour, but Karen, I mean, Iswati didn't come home. I didn't come down. Didn't come up. Karen responded nothing. James knew that Karen was still crying over James. Yeah, I believe that's why they were still crying over me. A minute later, Karen came out while looking so sad. Yes, I saw her. I remember that. I saw her eyes were still red and wet, and she was still crying. And I didn't know that until 1 week she kept crying. Oh my gosh, what a big pain maybe. 1 week she kept crying. Oh my gosh. Karen responded nothing. James knew that Karen was still crying over James. A minute later, Karen came out while looking so sad. James told her, Karen, I have something special to give you, he said. Why did you come back to me again? Maybe in Indonesian it's like this. Mau ada apa lagi? Like that. But she was with a feeling of being afraid. James answered, I'm sorry about yesterday. I want to apologize. Please take me back and get this letter, please. Karen turned happy and smiled. But I didn't. Yeah, maybe I wrote a letter of apology, but I forgot. Please take me back and get the letter, please. Karen turned up and smiled. Thank you, James said. You have to read it, Karen. Then you could tear it if you will. Karen said, no, I won't do it. I promise, James. I promise, like that. James smiled and said, Carl, please, believe in me. Honestly speaking, I'm still loving you. Your name is always in my heart. I know you're far away from my eyes, but you are very close to my heart, Karen said. You don't lie to me, do you? James answered, look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. You will find there's nothing left to hide. There's nothing left to hide in my heart. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. And remember my promise. Though we will separate since today, our journey has not been over. And remember, great love will never end until forever. Yeah, because maybe I realized it was the last chance that I can meet her, because she would move to Puerto and I didn't know the address of her later, so I thought about it. Karen said, if it's really true, I am very touched by you. A minute later, James said, if you don't love me, you would rather kill me. If you don't love me, you'd rather kill me. Oh my gosh. Because I can't live without you, Karen responded. I will do the same thing to James. Karen had been going to university in Newcastle, and she had been staying in the boarding house there. Someday Karen met James in the church. She told James that she would come back to Newcastle to live with her cousins and to stay in a boarding house. Karen told James, living together between us is a good time for us and it will be coming soon. Yeah. Alright. I promise that my whole life is for a good time for us. And in the other day, before leaving, Karen told James, I promise I will send you all my love and charms every day in a letter. I'll always tell it with a kiss. Yeah, because I was affected by a song at the time, and the title was A Time for Us. And it was created by Elvis Presley, maybe, but it was sung by a girl, but I didn't know the name. It means I will never betray you at all. It means I will never betray you all the way. The story goes, and so the story ends. Yeah, because at the time when I was young, communication is the difficult thing because it is expensive and I don't have the mobile phone, and yeah, because it's expensive, so and also transportation is also expensive because I don't have the motorbike at the time. Alright, the original soundtrack is maybe like this. Maybe I'm gonna say words with the melody. All right, like this. 1, 2, 3. A time for us, someday there'll be when chains are torn to courage born of a love that's free. A time when dreams so long denied can flourish as we unveil the love we now must hide. A time for us at last to see how life worthwhile for you and me. A time for us, someday there'll be when chains are torn to courage born of a love that's free. A time when dreams so long denied can flourish as we unveil the love we now must hide. And with our love, through tears and thorns, we we will endure as we patiently through every storm. A time for us, someday there'll be a new world. A time for us, someday there'll be a new world, a world of shining hope for you and me. I repeat, and with our love, through tears and thorns, we will endure as we patiently through every storm. A time for us, someday there'll be a new world, a world of shining hope for you and me. Something like that. So, because the purpose of reading this short story, because someday I hope it will be a electronic drama, and for the youngsters, for the teenagers that that as a close friend we have to respect and don't be like this. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching me. I hope you could someday cooperate to make this story to be a electronic drama. Goodbye, my friends. See you.